Take two. Take two. Haven't talked in a while. I'm just going to go ahead and say it straight out. The last 3 weeks, I've only lifted 1 day a week. So I've been basically 2 weeks of, I lifted on a Thursday. I didn't lift again until, I don't even know. I lifted on like a Thursday, didn't lift again until like a Tuesday, and then didn't lift again until a Wednesday. No, that's not it. I lifted on a on a gosh darn Thursday, and then didn't lift again until the next Wednesday, and then didn't lift again until yesterday, Tuesday. So that's okay. I haven't had time. And everybody who comes from the school of, what do you mean you don't have time? What do you mean? Get up earlier, you know? No. Let's backtrack here. There's 3 aspects. There's a holy trinity to training. 4 gains, if you're gaining. For strength or hypertrophy gains. For getting stronger or building muscle, which go hand in hand. Those 2 circles, the Venn diagram has a large overlap between strength and hypertrophy. There are outlying things that are singular to each group. But for the most part, if you're getting stronger, you're building muscle. For the most part. To a point, basically. I've always thought of training as a holy trinity, okay? You've got your training, your physical training. You've got your nutrition, and you've got your recovery, okay? Now, the recovery and the nutrition, they have a lot in common. But when I say recovery, I mean sleep, basically. Your work, your sleep, and your nutrition. Okay? So, the work you put in is, we go to a gym, we pick up weights. I'm saying we as in most of us who are probably on this channel watching this, or most of us who partake in the whole YouTube fitness thing where it's, there's all kinds of great people you can get on and just, like I'm standing here talking, there's other people talking to a camera as well. Like Eric Bugenhagen, he's probably the top. He's the top chook over there with his stuff, I'm the top chook right here in my world of training. Trey Williamson, people like that. Which, hey Trey, maybe you're watching this. Hope you're doing all right. So, just because someone has that laser focus on the gym for their hypertrophy and their strength doesn't mean that's the only type of work that can be put in. I've got a small construction company. I watch the baby during the week. And on the weekends, starting on Friday, I go to work. And I work Friday and Saturday, sometimes Sunday, on these job sites trying to get work done. Visiting job sites that maybe someone else has been working at that I need to see the work, because I'm running the company. I'm paying the guys. I'm telling the customers something's going to get done. I expect it to get done a certain way. When I go out and work on the stuff that I'm going to take a salary on, because I need to make money too, right? I'm out there actually physically working. So the last few weeks, my weekends have consisted of some pretty back-breaking stuff. Some back, not even pretty, ugly. It's ugly, We Egyptian rat screwed a freaking jacuzzi out of a deck this week with our bare knuckles. We started using bottle jacks and getting it up. It was built into a deck, and the deck itself is on a hill at the back of a house, so the deck itself is basically a second story. It's that far up, so the jacuzzi's built into it. We couldn't drop the jacuzzi because of the spacing of the posts, the supports. the 4x4s that they had built, which I would have used 4x6s. That's neither here nor there, but that we couldn't get that jacuzzi out of there without going up and out, and we did. It was very back-breaking stuff. That's just an example of, I'm getting to a point here that was some hefty work that was put in. It's not that I couldn't have gotten up at 3:30 a.m. and gone to the gym. I could have. But I've already put in all this work. I need to recover. So, no, I didn't have time to go to the gym because my sleep and my nutrition took priority. Mainly just the sleep took priority over the training. Sometimes that happens. That's where I'm at right now. Do I feel like I'm not holding up my end of some sort of a bargain with you guys or with myself where I dedicated myself to a program? In a way, yes. But that work that I put in, while it wasn't an isolated muscle movement, but when I'm leveraging and picking up this 2x6 on edge to get leverage to pick up one side of this jacuzzi so it can get shimmed, so it can come up another 1.5 inches and then go to the other side. That's basically that's one reason we train to get strong, right? Is to be functional. I'm not trying to be an IFBB pro bodybuilder. That's awesome if you are. That's a great thing to do. I applaud you, you know. If you've got the time and dedication to do that, go do that, man. But me, I still need to be able to function and work. So the sleep took priority. It has been taking priority. Other things, just one thing after another, other things happened during the week to where I wasn't able to lift. Just some things occur sometimes that take precedent. Your life takes precedent. I have a wife and a young child. There's things that take precedent over my training. At certain points, I will always choose my family and my child over my training. But you got to get the sleep where you can, get the nutrition where you can. Why is the sleep important? Why is the sleep just as important as the training? Well, when you sleep, when you go into that deep sleep, if you're getting your 6 to 9 hours or whatever it is, it seems to change all the time. Sometimes it's like 5 to 7 hours. Sometimes it's like they want you to get 12 hours. It seems to change so much that the average looks like between 6 and 9 hours of sleep. Okay? When you get into that sleep, that deep sleep, that REM sleep, I believe that deeper sleep. Come on, you guys know what I'm saying. Come on. That's where your body is releasing most of its growth hormones. It's HGH. And other hormones are being secreted. They're being communicated through the body to send the signal to cause growth, to cause repair, to cause growth and repair. When you're lacking sleep, you're increasing your cortisol and thus decreasing the efficiency of the hypertrophy or the strength gaining, and probably losing strength and muscle in the long run. Now, if you get one bad night of sleep or 2 bad nights of sleep, that's probably not enough to. But consistently, not getting good sleep is gonna jack you up. So if you're overtraining and overreaching, then to me that means you're not getting enough rest and recovery. If I could train super hard every single day and then immediately come home, go to sleep for a few hours, get a nice full sleep cycle, eat, sleep, eat again, sleep some more, get up and go train again, we would do that. But that's not the life we're living. We got bills to pay, mouths to feed, things to do, you know. So anyway, just wanted to bring that into the light and talk about that a little bit. If you got anything to say about that, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Don't forget we got 20% off the Psychopharma products. The link is in the bio. And I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one. up, dudes. One more thing. If you're going to lift 1 day a week, make sure it's full body and make sure you take the time to hit each muscle group thoroughly, for sure. Okay, just for anybody who might need that to be said. Okay, yeah.